guys, welcome to the third vlog here from the Costa Brava. The first few days we've had Tramontana wind, which is coming offshore, and today the direction changed. The wind is coming from the south, and as you can see behind me, it gets pretty wavy here when it's from the south. We have, I think, around maybe 16 knots or something like that. So yeah, I'll rig up and go out. And today it's unfortunately a little bit cloudy. Wow, the waves behind me are looking pretty cool. So I think today the goal is to take the big slalom gear with maybe 7.7 and the 140 board and actually try to jump a little bit, because I'm not that good at jumping. I really need to practice it, and today looks like the perfect opportunity to do some jumps in between the waves. I really want to keep my 2021 gear in good condition and not break anything. So yeah, I want to jump, but I want to keep it in good condition. So let's see. So the first thing you always have to do is get out of the shore break, and in my time as a windsurfer I've damaged a lot of sails and boards by doing this. So the problem is, with the big fin in between the waves, it might be too shallow to actually go, but I think if I stay close here to the mole, it's deep enough and I can get out in between the waves. Yeah, let's see if I can make it without breaking anything. I really don't want to break this new gear. So the goal was to do some jumping, but the wind was very light today for some reason. The waves were big, and I think on the outside the wind was quite strong, but near the beach we had maybe 14 knots or 14 to 16 knots, and I was using the 7.7 and I didn't have a lot of power in the sail, so it was more of a survival in between the waves. And actually, as I was going up on the waves, because they were pretty big on the outside, I was slowing down sometimes so much that I got off the plane, so it wasn't really ideal conditions for jumping. But anyway, it was quite fun to ride in between the waves. I mean, on the video you cannot really see on the outside, the waves were actually pretty big. I would say around 1 to 1.5 meters. So it was pretty challenging with the big slalom gear, but I had some fun. And yeah, so there's basically like two wind directions here. Either it's coming offshore, and that's the Tramontana direction, which is usually pretty strong when it's here, which you saw in the last videos. And then there's this onshore breeze, which is coming from the south and which is more like a thermic wind. So that's what we had today, and yeah, it gets more wavy when we have this condition. So it's pretty nice to have both conditions here, so you can really practice the flat water as well as the wave windsurfing. And yeah, I hope I get some more days like that to improve my windsurfing in between the waves, because for me, I usually struggle with waves. I started windsurfing on a lake which is pretty flat, and then I did a lot of speed surfing, which is also flat water. And so back in the day, like 4 years ago, when I was doing more slalom races, and I was coming into the German slalom circuit. All the events were basically at wavy spots like Sylt or anywhere on the North Sea or the Baltic Sea, and it was pretty wavy, so I was struggling in that. So yeah, my goal is to improve my sailing in between the waves, because you have to sail a lot more tactical, especially when you make the jibes. You have to make sure you jibe onto a wave, and so you keep the speed, and you will ride down the wave as you jibe and keep the speed throughout the shifting the sail. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.